welcome back. Okay, so this vlog is going to be everything pregnancy baby related. It's probably going to be, for now at least, the last like personal vlog that I do. Just me just rambling on talking. I'm gonna start doing the whole day in the life of and like letting you guys know what we're doing and stuff like that. Most likely after this vlog, and I'm sure you guys want to know what happened. I left you guys. I was 4 weeks pregnant. I actually just went to go. I think last night I went to rewatch that video, and it was really funny and cute how like I was 4 weeks pregnant, and I wish that I did, keep track of the weeks and the months that I was when I was pregnant, but it is what it is. So if you are not following me on Instagram or Facebook, what have you, you do not know if I had the baby or not, or if I'm still pregnant, or you don't know anything. So I'll just start. I don't want to make it super duper long, but I'll just start. Again, when we moved here, I had really bad morning sickness. It wasn't horrible like other people have, but I just had a really horrible gagging problem. Like, it never led to anything, like I didn't vomit or anything, but I just kept gagging. Like, waking up I would gag, the smell of anything, like moving I would gag, and it was just like going to sleep, it was just swallowing stuff, like it was just nonstop gagging, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And I was talking to one of my best friends, and she was pregnant the same time I was, and we both wanted our baby so much and wanted to be pregnant so badly, and we kind of felt like a little guilty because I felt like I was complaining about what I was going through. I was pregnant, but as bad as you guys saw the video, as bad as I wanted to have this baby and have the pregnancy and be pregnant, I felt like I was just a bad person because I was complaining about it, and I kind of like shut myself out from talking to people. And my sisters and friends were like, what's up with you? You're not texting us, you're not contacting us, what are you doing? And I was just not in a good state of mind, and with having the morning sickness, and I wanted to solely focus on trying to get better and being pregnant and stuff, and stay in that pregnancy moment. And I think that lasted for, I want to say the whole first trimester. I don't remember like how many weeks you are when you're getting to the second trimester. So I think it started to get better towards the second trimester. And then towards mid-second, third trimester, I started to get really itchy. I normally have an itching problem where like my family, if you're my family, you know this, but if I see something like dirty or nasty, if I see balled up tissue or something like that, I itch. Like, I have a really bad itching problem. Like, if anything just dirty and nasty, I itch. And I've been doing that since I was like in middle school or elementary school. So I didn't think it was normal for me to be itching, but the itching was constant, and it was just like, I'm freaking gonna lose it if I don't stop itching. I think it started on my feet and on my hands, like the palm of my hands and stuff were just really itchy. So I started, I'm a researcher. I started looking up stuff, and then cholestasis, maybe not that word, but something came about, and they were saying, talk to your doctor. It could be whatever. So I went to talk to my doctor about it, and they said, well, you're still really early. So I think I'm gonna say I was 23, 24 weeks, because I remember me posting this in one of the mommies groups that I'm on my app. I have a mommies group, I forgot what it's called, what to expect or something group. I was in that group, the August groups. And so I remember posting, I was like 23, 24 weeks. And she was like, you're still really early, but we're just going to do blood work anyways. So I did the blood work, and about a few days later, they gave me a call and said, you have cholestasis. And it's called ICP. I should have been better at researching this stuff before I said stuff, but I'm sorry. But look up ICP, cholestasis. It is a liver disease that only pregnant women get, and the symptoms are itching, feet, your hands. My itch was everywhere. I was just itching everywhere. I had and I don't even have any nails. Like, I have like booty diggers, okay? And I was just itching so badly that I was leaving like scars in my body. It was just that serious. So I had cholestasis, and then me, like I am like on every Facebook group of cholestasis, and they have a really really amazing one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a really really good one on Facebook, and they're so active and just encouraging. And you see all these people that have been through the situation or are going through the situation now, and they just have like really good outcomes. There are unfortunately some bad outcomes. I wish I knew how to explain it better, but it's a liver disease that if you aren't treated, like I'm gonna say right away, and sorry, I'm just like babbling, but it's a liver disease, and if you don't get treated right away, it can be kind of deadly to the baby that you're carrying, and you have to be induced no later, I'm going to say no later than 35 weeks. 35, 36 weeks, you have to be induced, because the chance of it having a stillbirth, a stillborn, is great if you, first of all, aren't being treated and you are like 38, 39, 40 weeks pregnant, and then you try to deliver. I have seen, because I do a lot of research, I did a lot of research, and I have seen somewhere babies didn't make it, and they weren't sure if it was cholestasis or what have you, but people just weren't sure, and so you have to just do your research, and if you're itching, you have to definitely, if you're pregnant and itchy, you have to absolutely talk to your doctor about it and get blood work done, and be adamant about getting blood work done, because a lot of doctors are not, I don't want to say it's a new disease, but a lot of doctors are even ignorant about what cholestasis is, and it's not like a known disease, and so you have to be really educated on it, and you have to demand that they check you and help you and get blood work done. So I'm so thankful for my doctor who listened and who took action like right away, even when she thought that I was just too early, because cholestasis, you don't have to be in the third trimester to get it. That's when most people do get it, but you can be in the first trimester and get cholestasis. I was in the second trimester when I got it. Anyway, so after thankfully they listened to me and got me blood work done and everything, and then I was on medication. I had to take pills. I cannot remember the name of anything. I had to take pills twice a week. No, I had to take pills twice a day. Pills twice a day, until I was done, until I, gave birth to my baby. So that was a lot. And for me, I don't know how to take pills, so I had a pill crusher. It was really, it was good in the beginning, and then towards the end, I was just like over it. And I had to see my doctor every week. So from 24 weeks, you don't normally see the doctor weekly until you're like in your 30s or mid 30s, weekly. And I started seeing my doctor weekly when I was like 23, 24 weeks. And then once you get to like the 30 week, I started seeing them twice a week. Twice a week. Like, it was crazy. So they were 3 hours long, and I started because I would go in, then I would go to the ultrasound and see the baby. And if you guys remember me saying in the previous vlogs that we were going to be team green, which we weren't going to find out the sex of the baby at all. So twice a week for 3 hours, I was very nervous that they were going to tell the sex of the baby. I was just like, oh my gosh, they're going to ruin it. And so the first thing we did was did the ultrasound. And after the ultrasound, I had to do the non-stress test. And those are those things they put on your stomach to listen to the baby's heartbeat. I guess track fetal movements. I'm not really sure, but those things make me itch, and I hated them the entire time I was there. After that, I saw the doctor and talked to her for a little bit, and then after that, I would get blood work done. So I would get like a needle and blood drawn and all that stuff twice a week. They tried to be nice and do it like weekly, but sometimes it was twice a week. Just to see if my levels from the cholestasis elevated or decreased and what was going on with that. Because if they elevated more, I would absolutely have had to be induced sooner, because it can get dangerous at that point if those levels keep going up. Thankfully, I feel like mine were mild anyway. They weren't that high to begin with. But, so that lasted twice a week. And then, I was just assuming that I was going to be induced. So I was like going to my doctors complaining, like, am I going to be induced now? Like, I was just over it, absolutely over it. And we would make jokes, and like they became like a family to me, because I saw them twice a week. And so me and the ultrasound tech would make jokes about like how to break my water, and it was just really, really cool and funny. And they made it fun. And I remember asking my doctor, like, how do I get high blood pressure so I can, and it sounds bad because people go through that and they don't want that, but it was just all fun and jokes. But so I was talking to my doctor, and like she was like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be on call. And I was like, well, I need you to deliver this baby. Like, I don't want anybody else delivering this baby. And so she was saying that she didn't know if she's gonna be on call for it that weekend. And so I remember July 15th. I was just normal. My husband went to work. He didn't get off until midnight. I got into the bed and I felt like a little drip. And I was just like, what is this? Now, prior to July 15th, I was in the hospital on bed rest for, I think, 72 hours, something like that. Like, they kept me in the hospital, and because my fluid leaked, I was leaking fluid. And one of the ultrasounds pointed it out that I was leaking fluid, so I had to stay in the hospital and be hooked up to a bunch of IVs to get my fluid back up. So they kept doing checks, and I felt like maybe because they were doing checks so much that was making it a little, watery down there and stuff. And so when I got into bed July 15th, it was like, I want to say 10:30 p.m. And I was like, something just leaked. And it was just about like a dime, because, I looked. It was like a dime size drop of liquid on the bed. And I'm like, what is that? So I go to the bathroom, I wipe myself, and I was like, let me just keep it in there. So I kept, tissue in there. This sounds gross, sorry. So I kept the tissue in there. And I went back to bed, and I was just really anxious. So I was like, let me go back to the bathroom. So I go back to the bathroom, and I took the tissue out, and it was still like, I don't want to say, it was so wet and like liquidy. It was so liquidy. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? So then I'm texting like all of my friends, and like, I think my water broke, or I was just like, well, I don't know what's going on. I'm leaking a little bit. And my friends were like so excited to text me like back to back, all of them. It was like maybe 6 or 7 of them in all different states, like 10:30 at night. I text Matt. He was the first person I texted, and I said, I think my water broke. And he immediately sent me a text back saying, I'm calling you, are you calling me? Or something like that. It was just really funny because he was at work. And so after that, my water broke. Like, as I was texting them, it was coming down my legs. And I was like, yeah, my water broke. And it was just so funny because I remember telling one of my girlfriends, you know, I like to be induced just because I was induced with Lucas and Natalie. And I said I like to be induced because you get to pick out the baby's birthday, and I get to prepare and, take the kids to wherever house they're going to go to while I give birth, and Matt can be with me, and you get to prepare like that. But then I was saying, on the other hand, I only had my water break with Courtney, and so I really wanted that experience. Our last baby, I wanted that experience of having my water break. So God is just like, He listens, y'all, because my water broke, and nobody expected that. I was 35 weeks and 6 days pregnant when my water broke. Like, I've never had early babies. It was just really bizarre how that happened. That was bizarre. Like, the baby was gonna be a preemie. And Matt rushes home. My friend, so texting my friends. I have a towel, an orange towel, wrapped in between my legs. Like I did with Courtney, like a towel. And Matt comes home. I get the kids dressed and ready. Matt called his parents. They live an hour and a half away in Rochester, where my other family lives. They drove to where we are. met us at the hospital, collected the kids. Um, and so we started that journey of having a baby. And it was a journey. I mean, we got to the hospital and we got to the hospital and I was just stuck at 4 centimeters. As soon as we got there, I'm like, what about that epidural though? Like, give me that stuff. And they were like, well, I think you have to be like 5, 6 centimeters dilated before you get it. I'm just like, oh no, because I was in pain. Like, I was in pain. And I'm a tough cookie. Like, I can handle pain. And labor is one of like my favorite things. I like that. But this time I was just like, this hurts. And I was stuck. We got there at, I want to say 11, and I was stuck at 4 centimeters. It was like, I don't even know. It was like late, maybe 4 or 5. I was stuck at 4, and they ended up giving me the epidural. That is like the best thing in the world. Like, I don't know how. Like, I give so much props to people who go natural. Um, I don't know how the freak you do it, because it was just like, I was just like, I can do this. I could have like 5 million babies. Give me the epidural. It felt amazing. Okay, so I got that, and then the doctor, like, something kept happening. So the baby's, every time I had a contraction, the baby's heart rate dropped, and mine increased. So the doctor kept coming in, scaring the heck out of me, and she just kept running in like, she just kept talking to the nurses, and I'm just like, what's going on? She kept throwing C-section. I was just like, I've never had a C-section. All my babies are vaginal. No thanks. And she kept saying it so much that I was just like, you know what? I don't really care. Like, at this point, I'm tired, and okay, whatever happens, happens. So there was this one nurse, and she was just like, you know what? You've never had a C-section. I'm not going to let you have one today. And she literally said that. And so they said they're going to try the Pitocin, which I had with Natalie and Lucas. Yeah, they're going to try the Pitocin. If Pitocin doesn't work, then we're going to have to do C-section, because the baby's heart kept dropping every time I had a contraction. They even stuck a camera up there to see why it was happening. So I had everything up in my kuka, okay? And so the Pitocin came literally like, I want to say 20 minutes later. They were like, let me know if you feel anything. I was like, well, I feel a ton of pressure. And the doctor came in, and they were like, yep, the baby's head is right there. And I was like, oh my God, like, everybody was screaming. They were so excited. It was just like a surreal moment, and really, we were all like freaking excited. And so all these nurses are coming in, trying to get the baby ready, the baby's bed ready, and Iris doctors. So everybody came in, and it was like maybe 2 pushes. Didn't scream. I'm not like a screamer when I deliver babies, but so it was just like 2 pushes, and the baby was out. Still didn't know at the time what the baby's gender was, and so the baby comes out screaming, and this baby is so tiny. And if you know me, you know that I'm scared to hold like tiny babies. Like, I'm just like, get this baby away from me. So they put the baby on my chest, and this baby is so small, 5 pounds 13 ounces. So very small, and put up the baby on my chest, and I'm just like, and I literally said to my husband, like, I'm scared. Like, I whispered to him, I'm scared, and like, I didn't want to touch the baby, so my hands are like this, and they're looking at me like, get your baby. And so I ended up getting the baby, and I'm like, wait, Matt, what's the baby? Because nobody said anything. Like, Matt's just like, okay, we didn't know the sex, anything. So then Matt finally looks, and he says, it's a girl. I was so excited. Like, I'm screaming. I'm just really, truly excited. Matt's like somber, but he's excited, but he's just like, it's a girl. And he wasn't like as excited as I was. I was so freaking excited, because if it was a boy, I would have loved this boy, no matter what, but it was a girl, and I kind of wanted a girl. I kind of knew it was the girl just because when I had Lucas, he's my only boy, he was huge. I gained a ton of weight with Lucas. My belly was huge. With the baby, yeah, she was born a month early, so she was going to be tiny. I wasn't done cooking at all, but the baby was small. Like, my belly was small. I lost 12 pounds being pregnant. Like, I didn't gain a thing. I lost 12 pounds being pregnant. Like, that's crazy. So I kind of knew it was the girl just because of the way that my pregnancy was with him versus her. And that was kind of the end of the story. It was an exciting story. It was crazy. Our last baby definitely gave us a run for our money, and she proved that, this is going to be your last, okay? What I put you through, yeah. And so right now, she will be 2 months next week. 2 freaking months old. Like, insane. 8 weeks on Saturday. And so I'm going to go introduce you to her. She is sleeping right now. But once she wakes up, I'll come back and introduce you guys to her. She's a freaking doll. Such a good baby. And I can't wait for you guys to see her. It'll be her first video. Yeah, it'll be her first video appearance. She's taken a ton of pictures if you follow me on social media, but it'll be her first video. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to my story. I hope it wasn't that long. If it is, thank you so much for staying and listening and watching. I truly appreciate all you guys, and I'm excited to be back and to share more with you guys with our family. My husband wants to come on and do some videos too, even though he's boring and he's not going to do videos without me because I make everything live. So he's away right now, but I'll talk to you guys about that later. Again, thanks for watching my story, my pregnancy story, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the baby girl. Okay guys, I have someone to show you. She just woke up. And she's a little hungry, but introducing, she just chewed it. Introducing Miss Kinsley Ariel. Look at the girl. I'm gonna try and see if I can. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Mama. That's better. Okay. Look it. We gotta get this together, Kinsley. So her name is Kinsley Ariel. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. You just said hi? Did you just say hi? Did you just say hi, Mama? She's so sweet. She still looks little. She'll be 8 weeks tomorrow on Saturday. And she will be 2 months on the 16th. And I still feel like she's little. The last time, like, I don't know, maybe a few weeks ago, she was 9 pounds. So I'm sure she has to be like, I'm going to go with like 11 pounds now, maybe 12. But I've seen some babies that were born around the time that she was, and they were huge, like really chunky. And she's just such a good baby, though. She's so quiet. Like, she'll lay on me, and without crying, she'll just lay there, just staring at me or wherever she's looking. Right? Right? Say hi. Say hi, Mama. What's that? Such a good baby. We're gonna go pick up her sisters, the girls, from school, right? So I will update you guys later. Probably tomorrow or something. I'll talk about something else. Yeah, hi, Mama. So I'll update you guys later. Thanks for watching. Sorry this is so long, but I hope it answered a lot of your questions. I hope that I give you guys other information about Kinsley. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.